And today I'm going to talk about crafting emotive experiences through design and architecture. So I said, like, since my early age, I was very creative, ambitious child that loved to explore the environment around me, and especially the nature. The nature, it has always been a huge part from my life. I have been always intrigued in organic formations and used to do shelters in the bushes with my friends when I was a kid. And then stay long hours there, having stories from one another, or just hiding from our parents. Staying close to nature, he always cooled me down and made me feel tranquil. I'm Miroslav Naskov, an architectural designer and visionary, founder of Mind Design, a co-founder of Dome World. My passion lies in sustainable pure design that boosts experiences and evoke emotions, recognizing the collaborative approach for achieving it. The heart of our design philosophy for emotive architecture lies in the commitment of purity and elegance, spaces designed to inspire creativity and foster connections, with free-flowing geometry that encourages exploration and discovery. When you start putting all of these things together and you start developing a vocabulary, an identity on how to do things, we are aiming to achieve our goal in various design fields while we are building a talented team. We continuously challenge ourselves with new ideas throughout our projects. We are doing seeking feedback from one another. Designing here is a tool to explore, invent, and respond from the challenges of today with the idea to create a brave, futuristic vision for tomorrow. I was lucky enough during my educational study to be in a very inspirational place. I will always cherish the first time that I entered the architectural associations and more particular the design research laboratory. I was stunned at the moment. I looked around and there were so many beautiful objects and models all around me. No single drawings at all. At that very moment, I realized that I really want to participate and be part of the studio at the Architectural Association. There is so much exploration going on that you're immediately inspired. The studio is a place that is always evolving. Every year, new models are created, new ideas are born, challenged, and proven. I'm continuously inspired by the talent of the students in the Architectural Association. Remaining connected to the academia is something that fosters my creativity and boosts my exploration. Here is where innovations thrive, where new ideas are born, challenged, and proven. Moreover, at the Architectural Association, I have been introduced to various design techniques, sustainable methodologies, and fabrication practices. I firmly believe that the very important aspect of architecture should be bringing to life uh, the in-between zones around the buildings, creating parks and walking areas to stimulate people to have a walk, cycle, or jogging instead of driving cars or motorcycles. The shared spaces also can be a hub where neighbor communities can interact and spend time together. Furthermore, introducing plants and trees in urban areas improves significantly the environmental conditions. For instance, reducing heat levels in the hot summer days, and also is proven that it has a positive psychological impact on the human beings. So for the rest of the presentation, I'm going to talk how we are achieving and how we are working on achieving that through digital and physical architecture and spaces and design. We continuously challenge ourselves with new ideas through our project we are doing, seeking feedback from one another, refining ourselves while staying true to our DNA and our values, which is a big challenge actually. Design here is to, as I said, to explore. The idea of collaboration is something that I believe and pushing for brave exploration in various directions. The effort from everyone in the team is what matters. In order to stay competitive, we have to decide with convictions. We have to eagerly challenge ourselves and work with discipline, push and challenge the idea as far as possible to have the best possible outcome. Believe in progress based on sophisticated research when you can push the boundaries and stereotypes and get better outcome. All of this is balance act between creating emotive design and delivering functional spaces, using curvature as essential quality of the design, searching for legibility for new ideas, for pure beauty driven by nature, with a strong degree of determination, conviction, and passion. In our journey as designers, we have come to realize ourselves that great architecture is not merely about creating structure. It is more about igniting the spark of imagination within those who encounter it. Our designs are not static entities, but living, breathing creation that inspire wonder, curiosity, and creativity. When people gaze upon our architecture, they don't simply see buildings, they see a canvas upon which their dreams and aspirations take shape. Our designs are often associated with different objects or national formations, each one evoking a sense of familiarity and connection that transcend the physical realm. As architectural designers, we have the privilege and responsibility not only envision the future, but to bring it to life in ways that captivate the mind and stir the soul. Our design serves as portals to new worlds, inviting exploration, discovery, and transformation. It is important to have the will to push the boundaries of what is possible, to challenge the convention, and to dare to dream the impossible. Through our collective imagination and collaboration, we are searching a way that we build brave vision for architecture while acknowledging the past. It is important to be moving away from the paradigm that architecture can only be built from steel and concrete, pushing instead for natural, biodegradable options like sustainably sourced timber, biocomposite ceramics, and other locally available materials. By prioritizing sustainable materials, practices, and design principles, we can create buildings and spaces that are not only visually stunning, but also environmentally responsible. Human beings have to adapt their mindset and their lifestyles to more conscious choices and sustainable design practices that merit aesthetic qualities and evoke emotions, aiming for a design that is much more aware of the environment. Every designer and every human being must step up and look for more environment-friendly solutions, and in the same time delivering even more sophisticated architecture. Nevertheless, is built or digital architecture, we always making a statement using sustainability source materials. As a team, we are pushing for the use of local materials, as I said. Through our research project called Oblivion Houses, we demonstrate the impact of transparency and blurring the boundaries between inside and outside, with providing panoramic, breathtaking views, bringing natural ventilation, inviting nature in, being part of the home, and having a positive impact of the well-being of the residents. I believe the way of living is influenced by the way of looking at things, meaning if a human being is surrounded by visually appealing elements, it would significantly improve the experience and being at that place in that very moment. It is not about creating a house, but it's a feeling and sensation of being home, making the interior environment feels like you're outside on a nice summer day. That's a research that tests the extremes of the dwelling paradigm and intertwines virtual and real. An open, fluid, yet controlled design of an intricate structure is commanded as an exploration approach for creating a dwelling. The tranquility of the space can be felt through every element from its fluid design and the combination of natural materials and fluid shapes. For instance, incorporating natural lighting and ventilation systems not only reduce energy consumption, but also create comfortable and inviting space for social gathering and interactions. Through pushing forward the agility of the living place and challenging the conventional stereotypes, the project is a representation of a dynamic place full of open spaces where one may find a way to play, work, and rest. This approach would elevate the resident's sense of the way of living, well-being, tranquility, calmness, and health. I do believe we have to look how nature works in order to find more sustainable solutions, and we're going to find a lot of more answers. Emotion is a key function of architecture, in my opinion. In essence, our goal is to marry aesthetic with sustainability, creating designs that are both beautiful and eco-friendly. Rather than seeking aesthetic and sustainability as mutually exclusive, we have embraced them as a complementary elements that they can enhance each other. After multiple design iterations, a certain direction is chosen, and then we test it in a game environment where we can actually access what would be the experience to live in there and to be in that place in that very moment, how the curvature works, how the materials are anticipated, and what is the overall feeling of the space. After that, we go back and refine our ideas furthermore until we achieve the best possible outcome. We have also as another step that follows that, we are developing a virtual reality experience where actually our clients and our users can go inside and can experience in a virtual way the place and the spaces there. As we can see in this video, we have virtual elements that can be seen, can be touched, and you see on the back of me there on the shelf, they're actually in the real world as well. So to answer your question, like what is physical, digital is actually combining physical and digital spaces and blend them together in a digital environment. At the Dream House interior design, we have collaborated with local fabricators, so we reduce the carbon footprint for transportation from elsewhere. This approach not only reduces carbon emissions, but also supports local economies and promotes community engagement. Through this collaborative effort, we strive to create interiors that are not only delight for the senses, but also upload our values of the environment and social responsibility. Into our control pure design approach, the element of surprise manifests through unexpected yet harmonious design elements that captivate and delight the users. The cloud chandelier, what we have designed, is a brief example of how the element of surprise can enhance a project's outcome. Now I'm going to talk about a huge mission that we set ourselves is building Don't World, an immersive, gamified 3D social media platform that blends physical and digital spaces, offering a hub for creative individuals to share, play, learn, and earn. Our idea is to bring all creative industries to come to work together under one roof and cross-inspire each other. Don't World welcomes all visionaries eager to explore and shape the future, be it through creativity, learning, research, and business innovation. It is about crafting environments that resonates with our community's shared dreams and aspirations, and we create collective experiences all over the world. We imagine a diverse network of Don communities, both digital and physical, forming an interconnected world where every individual can find their home, a world that's not just lived, but shared and shaped by its inhabitants, where Don World becomes the epicenter of innovation and community aspiration. Nevertheless, it's digital or physical environment, we create nature-inspired spaces with the idea to make a statement and transfer this approach and sustainable design thinking into the real life. We are working on building entertaining but educational narrative about living sustainable life and helping our planet and society. Encourage players to take real-life conscious choices benefiting the environment and the natures. Players will embark on captivating journey where they encounter beautiful design pieces, fascinating facts about the world, and elements of surprise that ignite their curiosity and deepen their understanding. Trends like play to learn and earn mechanics, cross-platform interoperability, blending digital and physical spaces, and virtual reality integration hold promise in enhancing player engagement and driving innovation. The journey of creating Dawn World is not just about constructing spaces, but about crafting experiences that transcend the conventional boundaries of reality and virtuality. We are working with the interdisciplinary team, consisting of architectural designers, game developers, Unreal Engine generalists, fashion designers, and producers, all with one goal to create fascinating design that boosts experiences and evoke emotions. Taking feedback from our users and collaborators is crucial for us. Social participants and users from the audience for digital artists within the Dawn world. They engage with virtual content, explore immersive environments, and interact with other users. The participants provide valuable feedback and support the digital artists, driving engagement and fostering a sense of community within the virtual spaces. The results from our survey shows that most of the people like the appearance, the lighting, and the emotional atmosphere of the space. Regarding the critical feedback, participants wish better performance and more interaction possible. This is why now we are working on that part. Sometimes it's challenging when you have a critical feedback. For example, I remember once we have created a very beautiful space, a lot of seating areas, lighting, and so on. And then one of the teams said, look, it's very beautiful, it's very inspiring. However, as a gamer, if I have to spend a long time there, I need a little bit more things to engage with. So in that sense, I think a collaborative approach can give us another perspective, another point of view on how to create not only aesthetically pleasant spaces, but also engaging and interesting. At the moment, so saving. At the moment, we are building a physical model that would incorporate AR, and you can scan the QR code. You can see a very nice cinematic of the platform. You can have an AR experience all around it. Just a second. Okay, I'm gonna reshare again.
Yeah, no problem. You can never predict technical issues, right? But let's just. Can
you see my screen now?
Yes, we can. It's working fine. Thank you. It's very interesting.
Yeah, as I said, now we are building a large-scale physical model of the virtual space that we're creating, which is going to be like integrated with AR technologies, cinematic views that we're going to exhibit. So we're going to give our participants and collaborators a closer look of what we are building. We are also integrating AI enhancing tool in our design. So we are combining handcraft designs, design geometry with AI enhancing tools, so we can achieve as fast as possible the best possible outcome with the simple prompts. And with the input into our geometries, we can have multiple design outcomes that can be then assessed and reiterate in order to achieve the best possible outcome, as you can see in this short presentation. Uh, we had also a constructive conversation with entertainment media collaborators that brought the idea of artistically crafted spaces, arenas, and walkways. Our topic was how virtual spaces may accelerate production, process, and amplify creativity, how to offer visually stunning and efficient solutions for filmmakers, enriching storytellers, and engaging audiences. Also, we have set ourselves diving in an exploration how we can create an education more engaging and immersive. As you see, that survey showed that students that touched the VR experience in education have way more better results and the engagement level is way higher. Based on that, we have conducted team workshops, brainstorming and sharing ideas, producing a brave vision for the future of learning, where education became an immersive adventure, empowering learners to fully participate and unlock their full potential. Students will embark on captivating journey where they encounter beautiful design pieces, fascinating facts about the world, and elements of surprise that will ignite their curiosity and deepen their understanding. It is participatory approach that puts students at the forefront of decision making, empowering them to shape the games and learning experiences. We foster a sense of ownership and agency, initiating in them the confidence to navigate the complexities of the real world. You can see a short video of the space and the virtual space we have designed for that. As you can see, very inspirational spaces that would ignite curiosity and would fulfill the engagement of the users who are there. These are all scenes from the for the world that we are developing. We have also explored how AI can be used for creation of non-playable characters that are more natural behaving as possible for allowing deeper communication and learning experiences. Fashion is a realm of visionaries who shape social narratives. Our collaboration with fashion pioneers is deliverable. You can see here our collaboration for bespoke dome suite with future deconstruction. The suite has been inspired by natural formation and architectural shapes and has been designed bespokely for the participants and collaborators of Dome World. Mind Fashion Towers, a metaverse flagship gallery store, the pure free-flowing nature of the design is inspired by natural forms of blooming flower petals with facade elements that do not overlap and instead create opportunities for variety and unique openings whilst also coming together as a single form where we can use as a fashion store and so on. Social experiences that we encourage diversity and inclusion for all over the world. We have developed a multiplayer gamified experience that is accessible from everyone in the world via Steam. Here I'm showing you a short screen recording of the game that I hope it would evoke curiosity and demonstrate that what can be achieved through collaborative design thinking looking forward. I see Dome World as a global catalyst of doing these kind of things. As you can see, we developed like an exhibition island where you can see at the moment all of the parts, all different parts of Dome World in a smaller scale. It's a very nature-inspired environment that boosts tranquility, creativity, and inspiration. So the geometry is free flowing. So you learn in every piece. We have a very nice lighting. So whatever time of the day is, it's very beautiful. We can transport for different locations and see them as well. As we are working to bring real life architectural implementation of Dome Water, we are developing the first step seed potential pavilion installation. It is to serve as a window that transcends real and virtual, where visitors can experience both physical and digital interactions. It is a place for social connections, learning interesting facts about the world while spending time with your friends. We are exploring collaboration opportunities and looking forward to sustainable materials for the creation of the seed pavilion. We imagine the pavilion as a traveling ambassador of our ideas, bringing entertaining but educational narrative about all around the world. So thank you very much. That was my presentation. I hope you found it interesting.